Hello, everyone, and welcome to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique, and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. My main tarot channel is Moon Moth Goddess. So, for those of you that are wanting additional content, you may want to check out my main channel as well. I do have a bunch of readings within the playlist. I believe it's like over 600 readings there. So if you're new to my readings and this is something that does resonate for you, you may want to check those out as well. So today's picker card is going to be messages that you're meant to hear right now. Okay, so whatever messages Spirit is wanting you to hear at this time, maybe there's something Spirit is wanting you to focus on in your life, or something Spirit is maybe wanting to acknowledge about yourself. The readings that I do create for this channel are more so going to be focused primarily on the self-healing, spiritual path journey, career and finances, everything that is non-love related. And I do have quite a bit of love readings on my main channel, but there's also other readings that are in that playlist. So like I said, if this reading is something that does resonate for you and you are new to my readings, you may want to check out the playlist that I do have on my Moon Moth Goddess channel as well. So messages you're meant to hear right now. We do have 3 piles for you today, and I ask for you to choose really based off of your intuition, your gut feeling. It could be the crystal that really calls to you, or maybe even you just kind of feel some type of pull towards that. If you do feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay. You may have messages that are kind of spread across the piles. I know sometimes you guys choose more than one, whatever resonates most for you at this time. Okay, if you do find that after you've chosen a pile, it doesn't really resonate for you, I would encourage you to check out one of the other piles. And if that doesn't resonate for you, you're more than welcome to check out the playlist that I do have, as I said, on my Moon Moth Goddess channel. And then I also have other readings available. So pile number 1, you are going to be this pink agate. For pile 1, messages you're meant to hear right now. Pile number 2, you are going to be the smoky quartz. Pile number 3, you are going to be this amethyst. So pause the video if you need a little bit more time to meditate on the crystals or the pile you feel is calling you the most. Timestamps will be down below for you guys, and I will see you at your reading. Hi pile 1. So for those of you that resonated with the pink agate, this is going to be your reading today. And we're looking at messages you're meant to hear right now, whatever it is that Spirit is wanting to communicate with you, maybe shift your focus towards, or for you to maybe have an awareness at this point along your path. So let's look at your tarot first, and then we will look at the oracle. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have, wow, the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Guardian. We have the Page of Wands. And oh my goodness, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles here twice. That is super cool. Okay, so this is like very obviously something having to do with your abundance. Oh my goodness. This is amazing energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles here twice. You have the 10 of Pentacles, and then you have the Page of Wands. So what I'm kind of feeling with this already is the Page of Wands energy is about us feeling passion, excitement, discovery, and it's about something new. So I feel like Spirit is kind of wanting to draw your attention towards what it is right now that you are feeling and maybe inspired by, because being that you do have the Queen of Pentacles here twice and the Ten of Pentacles, some of you may even be kind of starting something new already. And this is Spirit wanting to give you this confirmation that you are truly someone who is taking that fire, that passion, that drive within you that is going to lead you towards the success of the Queen of Pentacles, okay? The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is building a legacy. It's like you basically building your empire. The Queen of Pentacles energy does require a lot of discipline, a lot of nurturing with your ideas and the creative inspiration that you're gaining. So those of you that don't really feel like you're quite at that level of the Queen of Pentacles, this to me is where Spirit is really encouraging you, I feel like, in a way, to really pay attention to what type of ideas or things that you're feeling inspired by at this time that are going to lead you towards nurturing these ideas that you might have to really kind of bring about stability, security for yourself in the future, because that Ten of Pentacles is really working towards financial stability, security. The Ten of Pentacles in the tarot is the card of wealth. And so for many of you, it could really be Spirit saying here that you are truly someone who is meant to build a legacy and to really kind of honor the, I feel like, commitments, right, that you very much have the potential to be able to create within your life. And so what else am I seeing here? Yeah, and for some of you, like if you already are, working on that, working on something new that you've just started, then I feel like Spirit is saying you're on your path to building this type of security, right? And that could be really looking ahead, planning ahead, which is really what these queens are all about, is committing yourself, dedicating yourself to bringing about an energy of stability and security for yourself, which is a very, very comfortable type of energy that you're really building for yourself. Okay, so I really love this. With the Guardian energy here, I feel like this is also Spirit saying to you to trust where your guides are leading you towards, right? Any type of downloads or messages that you receive from Spirit, signs, synchronicities, messages in your dreams, things that you might see out in public, certain songs that you might hear, those of you that are clairaudient, clairvoyant, even those of you that are empaths, right? You're going to feel certain shifts in energy. And with the Guardian here, it's really Spirit saying, trust your guides to lead you on this path, right? Some of you may not, like I said, you may not necessarily feel like you're quite here yet, but this is kind of encouraging you in a way to explore what your passions are, right? The ones in which you feel excited about, right? And really work towards building upon that to really lead you towards the success, the security. So yeah, to me, that is all about trusting intuition. So let's look at these ones here. We do have Niyamas. We have Cardinal, and it says instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. And I love how this looks like this little match that's here. It kind of reminds me of the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is about something that Spirit is bringing to us. Some type of, new beginning, a spark of inspiration, an idea that we're needing to kind of put forth certain energy here. Okay. We also have water here, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and also compassion. Okay. So we do have Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and then also Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. with these two cards here. Okay. We also have Leo and Sagittarius. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, energy here as well. We also have card number 6, and it says Sovereign, Ascension, Transformation, Visualization, and also Sacred. And then we have card number 44 with Loyalty, Responsibility, Relationships, Construct, and Self-Care. Okay, so to me, not only is this loyalty speaking about loyalty towards others, right? Because with the Queen of Pentacles energy, yes, it is talking about, abundance and manifestation and the nurturing and, commitment, dedication, discipline, organization, taking risks within life. To me, it's also that you are showing also an incredible amount of responsibility, right? Dedication to certain things. And loyalty, that could be surrounding yourself with people who are supportive, right? People who are in a positive energy, because I do feel like this is some really beautiful energy here. And so I feel like with all of the hard work, the focus, the determination that you're putting in here, or that Spirit is wanting you to kind of bring your attention to, your focus to, is to really recognize that you have this potential, if you don't quite feel like it yet, to become that Queen of Pentacles. And so also remembering, I feel like, to take care of your needs, because we do have the element of water here as well, right? Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So this is a lot of hard work, right? A lot of dedication that you're putting your energy towards with that. So if you are someone, it kind of gives me the vibe that you are someone who's an incredibly hard worker, very disciplined, with what it is that you want. There's a lot of foresight that goes into this energy. And I do feel that even though Spirit is kind of giving this reminder here of trust your guides, trust your intuition, that you are someone who's very intuitive, because having the Queen of Pentacles here twice, there's definitely a strong intuitive energy there for you to trust and believe in yourself, and to keep yourself grounded and focused by tuning in, right, to your feelings, your emotions that are surrounding the things that really kind of inspire you. The other message that I'm getting with the Page of Wands is Spirit really asking you to explore, to discover, to not be afraid of, trying something new, doing something new, stepping outside of your comfort zone. And then with your Sovereign here, it says ascension, transformation, visualization, and sacred, right? So to me, this is all of these, maybe ideas or inspirations the Spirit is kind of bringing to you, and really wanting to focus on what your vision is for the future. And I'm noticing that in this Niyamas card, there's this woman that's sitting here, and she's looking down this, like, I don't even know what this is, like a pathway here. And there's all of this beautiful light that's kind of shining at the end of it. And so to me, it's like Spirit saying here to really commit yourself to what it is that you're really wanting to create and manifest in your future, and keep that visualization there. I also feel like this is Spirit saying here, you're going through a considerable amount of transformation and ascension along your spiritual path. Okay, Spirit's saying here you have a pioneering spirit, right? Which could, for some of you, it could mean that you are someone who's incredibly talented, or you have, these gifts that are needing to be shared or manifested within your life. And Niyamas is really about you taking some time to really kind of tune into yourself, reflection, I feel like, with this, because this card is about us, thinking about whether or not we feel, by observation, personal observation, about whether or not we are in line with what our soul's purpose is, right? And I feel like this is the Queen of Pentacles being here twice is really telling me about you having some amazing, amazing manifestation abilities to create. I kind of think of the Queen of Pentacles as like a little mini empress. Like there is a lot of fertility, a lot of growth, nurturing of ideas, and, you know, kind of expanding upon that. Okay. And a lot of that comes in with this Niyamas energy, which is about personal observance. It's about so much transformation that is taking place within you, and about you being able to kind of reap the rewards because of the work that you've put into it. Like I said, this is a lot of hard work that you're putting in there. But it's also with the Niyamas, it's about you listening to what your soul needs, right? What your soul needs. And I feel like that's why Spirit is saying here, pay attention to where Spirit is leading you, because this is going to be something that truly leads you to this place of success, right? Ten of Pentacles is, yes, the wealth card, but it's also about everything that has to do with the 3D, right? Health, family, you know, our career, you know, forming strong, meaningful bonds, friendships, connections with other people. So it truly is a really beautiful energy. And so this is really asking you here, as you tune into your intuition and your soul, do you feel happy? Do you feel content? Do you feel like you know, are living in your purpose? Or do you feel like what you're currently doing or surrounding yourself with in your life right now is something that resonates for you? Does it make you happy? Does it give you, you know, satisfaction to kind of look at your life and say, okay, I do feel happy. I do feel content, right? And if not so much, if there are some things that you kind of feel, okay, you know, I'm not so happy about this, or I don't really like where I work. This is where Spirit is saying, use that Page of Wands energy, look within the self, and help to kind of open up this path to your true spirit, who it is that you truly are, you know, and kind of envisioning yourself in that place of success to really help to create and manifest and visualize, right, where it is that you're going. Okay. So let's look at your last ones here. We have Core. We have Artemis. And look at that. We've got Intuition. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I kind of feel like you already, based off of this energy that I'm seeing here, that you are someone who is incredibly intuitive. And we're seeing all of this energy here kind of coming right off of the top of her head, her crown. There is all of these butterflies that are kind of floating around all over her. It looks like there's all of this, you know, flowers, which to me are, you know, abundance, prosperity, growth, right? Transformation that is also taking place, I feel like, within the crown chakra. It is that strengthening of that connection that you do have to source, okay? And it just looks like so much enlightenment, right? So much ascension is what Spirit is saying here. So it really is about Spirit wanting you to truly trust your intuition. And with the core energy here, again, kind of like the Niyamas energy, it's about you tuning into your soul, right? Into the soul, into the true spirit of what you feel your gut feeling or your intuition is really drawing towards, and for you to keep yourself open and committed to what those goals might be for yourself, right? So this is a really powerful energy that you know, have this access to, or Spirit, for some of you, giving you confirmation that you are on the right path. Whatever this is that you're doing, with you having the Queen of Pentacles here twice and the Ten of Pentacles, that is beautiful, right? You also have Artemis here, which is the Roman goddess here. And let you guys see that, because it's a little small, very detailed. Yes. So I want to kind of read a little bit about what this message is. And this is from the Mystic Sisters Oracle deck, which is actually the first Oracle deck I ever bought. I love this one. Okay, so we have Artemis, and the keywords for this one are hunting, seeking, and perfect aim. And it says Artemis is the Roman goddess of the hunt, and she is on a mission. She has a clear purpose and the skills to achieve her objective. Artemis is intensely focused and determined. Through much self-discipline and education, she has developed not only the perfect aim, but also all the patience and prowess to track her prey. She has unceasing ambition and an adventurous spirit, which enable her to discover her passion. Drawing this card is a call to action to more enthusiastically pursue your goals, right? And that is that energy of the Page of Wands. Like I said, it's all about excitement, passion, drive, discovery, starting down a new path, right? And that's what I was saying for some of you, this is kind of spirit wanting you to listen to what your intuition is telling you, right? Do you feel like you are in alignment right now with what your soul's purpose is, what your soul is calling you to do, right? Honor the intuition and get out there, basically. Like, get out there, discover, explore, adventure, travel, hobbies, side hustles, whatever that means for you, right? So enthusiastically pursue your goals and your dreams. If your dream has yet to be solidified in your mind, be more adventurous and try new paths. Artemis represents the expertise it takes to know when to watch and wait and when to strike. Okay, which is about this visualization, right? You're envisioning what you want for your future, which I'm feeling for some of you is building your empire, legacy, security, financial abundance, right? Feeling wealthy in more ways than just, I'm financially stable, but so much more than that. It's this beautiful nurturing energy that comes in with the Queen of Pentacles to really nurture everything in your life within the 3D, so that all around here with the niyamas, you feel whole, you feel complete, you feel content, you feel proud, right, of yourself and the dedication and the commitment that you are putting towards that, right? Like I said, surrounding yourself with people who are supportive, family, friends, whatever that may be. And also with this, because like I said, it is a lot of hard work, remembering to take care of yourself, right? Self-care, especially if you're someone who's just like, go, go, go. Take time to pause, right? Take time to really take a rest so that you are able to listen to that inner wisdom knowledge that is there. And that's where this personal observance message is remember to take that time in your day, even if it's like 10 minutes, right? Before you go to work, after work, before bed, while you're in the shower, whenever. Take the time to pause and reflect. Is there anything really in your life right now that you feel is not quite in alignment with you? And don't be afraid of making those changes, right? That you need to, so that you do feel like you're completely grounded, completely centered, and listening, right, to the core, the soul, the spirit. Do I feel like this is me living my best life, right? So I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 1. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So for those of you that resonated with the smoky quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading today, and we're looking at messages you're meant to hear right now, whatever it is that Spirit is wanting to communicate with you. So we're going to look at your tarot first, and then we will look at the oracle cards. So we have the 8 of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Seer. The Page of Cups. And then we also have the 4 of Cups. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting from this, with what messages Spirit is wanting you to hear right now, I notice that you do have the 4 of Cups, okay? Now, the 4 of Cups energy can sometimes be when we are feeling bored. We're feeling a little bit discontent. It could also be that Spirit is saying that there are opportunities that are currently surrounding you. And I'm seeing that you do have the Ace of Cups here. And the Aces are about new beginnings and things that Spirit is kind of basically bringing in for us, okay? But if you were kind of sitting in this Four of Cups energy, you may not necessarily be open to those opportunities that are surrounding you. You know, we may be kind of turning a blind eye to them, or not really having any type of realization about an opportunity, which may possibly be something that is a little bit outside of your comfort zone, right? And this is Spirit kind of really wanting to draw your attention to your intuition, okay? We have the seer here. And for many of you, the seer, of course, you can be clairvoyants, right? You can have a really strong connection to Spirit. I'm noticing there's a little eye right here too. A little eye that's there, right? So yeah, to me, this is about with the seer energy here too. It's about you being open to the guidance, the wisdom from Spirit, from the divine, right? And you keeping yourself open to that, because like I said, that Four of Cups energy can be that we could potentially miss out on opportunities within our life, with things that Spirit is kind of really bringing or helping with us and trying to get our attention, right? And with the seer being here, for some of you, it could be that Spirit has already tried to, you know, communicate with you, maybe sending certain people into your life, maybe that are you're meant to meet, or even ones that are bringing in some type of message or communication to you that may kind of spark something within you to really work towards, you know, pursuing any type of passions or creative energy within you, okay? Because we also have the Page of Cups energy here, and the Page of Cups is very Piscean energy, okay? You don't have to be a Pisces to kind of get the message of what this card is really talking about. Being that it is a water energy, the cups. The cups and the tarot are really about our emotions, our intuition, and our creative energy, okay? And being that it is a page, this could be some type of communication that Spirit has been trying to bring to you. If you notice the way that she's kind of holding out her cup here, and this isn't a traditional tarot deck, but in the Four of Cups Rider-Waite deck, there is this person who's sitting against a tree. He's got his legs crossed, his arms folded across his chest, and there is 3 cups that are in front of him. And those cups are not necessarily bringing him the emotional fulfillment that he really wants in that card. And then there will be this hand, kind of like this, that is just kind of coming out around the tree to show the guy that's in the picture on the card that, you know, don't get kind of caught up on the past, or, you know, things that no longer bring that inspiration to you, or that you feel kind of like these unbalanced feelings or emotions from. And take the cup, take the opportunity that Spirit is giving to you, you know? So this can totally be when we have a blind spot. There's something that we're not seeing, right? And I feel like with the Ace of Cups energy here, this is Spirit wanting you to focus that energy inwards, right? Kind of like she looks like she's doing here too, right? She's sitting down there, reflecting on, you know, the other 3 cups that are there. That may no longer, like I said, provide that emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. But the 4s and the tarot are about stability, right? So basically, this is Spirit trying to bring in another cup for you to bring you back into that stable energy, okay? Emotionally, creatively, with your intuition, you know, being in alignment in that way. So with the 8 of Wands energy here, I feel like Spirit is really wanting you to set your intentions for what it is that you truly want at this time, right? Because like I said, with the 4 of Cups, we can feel bored, we can feel discontent, we can feel even a little bit emotionally unstable, really depending on what we've got going on in our life, right? And we can feel distracted in life by other things. So even if Spirit brings in some type of opportunity for a new beginning that we may totally miss it, right? We don't even see it because we are distracted by something else in our life, right? So this is really a time for you to really spend some time in reflection. I feel like with the Page of Cups energy here, this can even be self-love, right? Because if we're feeling a little bit sad, a little bit bored, discontent, feeling indifferent towards life, and about even not being completely happy with our life, right? Feeling discontent, and we don't really like the way that things are going, it's like this is Spirit saying here, there's an opportunity to change, right? And the Page of Cups, yes, can be self-love. It can be, working on healing. It can be connecting in with the inner child, right? The Page of Cups is all about exploring those youthful passions, creative energy, right? That we have when we're a child, when we're thinking of, magic and all the things that we want to create when, we get older, and who we want to be when we grow up and all of that type of energy. So yeah, I'm feeling Spirit is wanting you to really honor your intuition. And for some of you, maybe it's a little bit of a challenge for you, right? Where you feel like, I don't feel very intuitive, or I feel like I have blockages, So that can even be, the Ace of Cups can also be about healing, right? Working on your healing, working on self-love, and paying attention with the seer energy here to what you're drawing your energy and attention inwards, right? What is making me feel discontent? What is making me feel bored? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel unhappy at this time? Or how am I not recognizing certain things that are kind of going on in my life, right? And the opportunity to change, to grow. So with the Eight of Wands, like I said, I feel like this is Spirit saying, set those intentions, right? Draw the energy inwards, the focus inwards. Pay attention to people that come into your life, that Spirit is leading towards you. Like I said, it could be for something significant, right? A person who plays a significant role in your growth. Or it can even be a new friend that comes in, a new romantic partner. It could be a family member that has some type of message for you that, you don't even realize that message is being kind of like passed through a family member or a friend or a romantic partner, or even the TV or a song that you hear, so pay attention and kind of put those things together with what message Spirit might be trying to give to you at this time. Okay, so let's see what else. Yeah, so to me, it's like this is Spirit saying you have a new opportunity here for a new beginning, right? So that you can move into a more stable energy, and wanting you to kind of, maybe this could be starting a new project, something that you feel brings you happiness and brings you fulfillment. Okay, we have Lalita Tripura Sundari. We have House 9 with spiritual growth. We have the North Node, and it says destined to have. So that is a really beautiful card. We also have card number 31 with compassion, nurture, giving, love, and also life. And then we have card number 13 with hidden, and it says wisdom, elementals, fairy, and also uncover. So I feel, and I'm noticing there's little rabbits here, there, which to me is fertility. Okay, fertility. To me, I'm looking at this as kind of like Empress energy, which is feminine energy. This is the birth and creation of something new, right? You have this opportunity here with the Ace of Cups, and that could be a creative project. It's about maybe, like I said, healing, self-love, love and compassion towards yourself. The Ace of Cups is also unconditional love. Okay, so to me here, we have the elementals here and fairy. So some of you, it could even be that you are someone who has a very strong connection to nature, to animals, to may even be someone who connects to the fae, right? And it could be that these animals, maybe especially if you see them a lot frequently, right? Whether it's, oh, look at, I just noticed the little fairies are here. Okay, twinkling. But to me, it's like maybe there's a certain animal that you've been noticing, right? in pictures or on TV or outside. And it could be that these animals or fairies or whatever it is that you feel like you connect to through nature, that they also have a very special, important message for you, right? Because spirit is going to communicate with you by any means possible. And this is where we really bring our awareness to our surroundings. And the Four of Cups is you not seeing it, right? We could be emotionally closed off to something. Our intuition could even feel off, right? We don't feel grounded. Okay. So, and especially with all of the cups here, I just noticed that we have cups here, cups there, right? So it can also be that maybe there is a lack of being grounded, right? We don't have any earth energy here. Okay. It's mostly cups, feelings, emotions, things of that nature. So that can also maybe be a need for grounding, right? Clarity. But to me, it's like spirit saying here, maybe the elementals do have some type of significant message for you, right? Especially if you're seeing something pretty often, right? If you see a butterfly or you see a hummingbird or you see some type of bird that keeps coming to your window, or you see, a cat or dog or any other animal that you're feeling close to at this time, look up what that animal's spiritual meaning is. Maybe this is a message for spirit saying, embody the energy of this animal, right? And because we have uncover here, to me, it's like spirit saying that many of you that are be feeling like you don't know what your path is, or you don't know really what direction you're meant to go in at this time, or even if you feel like, am I even on the right path, right? That this is spirit saying that there's something that's meant to be uncovered within you, something that you're meant to create, right? And it is something that you feel, especially with you having North Node here. Our North Node is who we are destined to become. It's what our soul's purpose is, and about us aligning with that, right? So it's a very important energy here where spirit is saying, honor that message, that communication that is coming from the divine, right? Those opportunities there to create. Because I feel like within this lifetime, this is spirit saying that there is something with the North Node here that you are meant to do, within this lifetime that is very important for you. And maybe this is something that you haven't really uncovered yet. Okay. And then we have Lalita Tripura Sundari. This is Shakti energy. Okay. Shakti energy is the divine feminine. It is the feminine energy within all of us. Okay. And we think of feminine energy, we think again about creativity, right? Passion, sensuality. We think about birthing of something, right? And that could be an idea. It can be a project. It can be doing, it's kind of like spirit is saying here, ignite or maybe even healing the feminine at this time, okay? Because the feminine energy is going to be what helps us to manifest, to create, to kind of birth into the physical, right? And this is really with the feminine energy here. It's about doing something that you feel passionate about, okay? I would feel with this, for some of you that are into working with the chakras, focus on the sacral chakra, okay? Sacral chakra, healing the feminine energy here for you. Like I said, to me, that Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups can both be about healing and self-love, okay? So healing the feminine, which is going to really be opening yourself up to your feelings, to your emotions, to your intuition, right? And doing things with this divine feminine Shakti energy that makes you feel alive, right? That makes you feel excited and you feel passionate about, okay? So for some of you with that, it could be with compassion here, nurture, giving, love, and life. Maybe it is that you're needing to nurture the feminine, right? Maybe it's time to really kind of like, in a way, wake that energy up, right? That life force within you to really kind of move towards things that you're truly wanting to create, right? Becoming in alignment with what your North Node is, your North Node placement, for many of you. And this can be something that you do look within your natal chart, right? Have your natal chart. There's little sites that you can do a lot online, that as long as you know your birth time, your birthplace, and put that information in, you can find where your North Node placement is, right? There's also a really great book, if I can remember what it's called. I think it's called Astrology for the Soul. And that is something that I bought probably years ago, but it has been something that was extremely helpful for me when I was first starting on my spiritual journey. So Astrology for the Soul. And it is all about the North Node, right? About who, because of those placements, you kind of look them up. You look up those placements in the book, and then it gives you all of the information about who you potentially could have been in your past life, which would be your South Node, and who you're meant to be, who you could be, right, with your North Node placement in this lifetime. Okay, so that would be something that's really good to look for you guys as well, right? And then, like I said, firing up kind of like that feminine energy, right? We can also awaken the Shakti or the feminine energy through dance, right? Dancing. So that, yeah, is something that I encourage you to really focus on, because this is basically Spirit saying here, awaken that energy of the feminine, release her, let her go, like get her fire lit, right? Basically. So maybe it is something that you are nurturing the self, loving the self, right? You know, and this is something that we all have. Like I said, we all have feminine, we all have masculine energy, but it is this powerful feminine energy within us that is intuition, that is creation, that is the birthing, fertility, growth, manifestation, sensuality, like I said. And then you also have the ninth house here with spiritual growth. So this is also about you opening your mind to new ways of being, right? And this is where I'm kind of feeling there's a little bit of a blockage here with that Four of Cups, right? Because there's something you may not feel is quite in alignment for you, or something you may not be entirely happy about, right? It's feeling bored. It could be feeling like, you know, like you have a job and you don't really feel like that job resonates for you anymore, or even friends, or you know, things that you want to change. So that is basically where Spirit is saying here, awaken the feminine energy, right? Work on nurturing the self, self-love, you know, maybe even working on self-confidence, self-esteem, because that can also be something that affects our feminine energy as well within us, right? So with this, yes, it's about opening your mind to new ways of being things, seeing things, which is going to really help you to take advantage, I feel like, of these opportunities that Spirit is bringing in for you, right? Which I feel like is really, truly beautiful energy. So let's look at the rest of your oracle cards. We have discernment. We have Kuan Yin, which is also the goddess of compassion. We're going to read this one. And it says, be true to your heart. Right? Be true to your heart. What is it that your heart, your soul is calling you towards, right? The discernment could be with maybe your plans, your ideas. It could even be about certain people that you may have in your life, right? And this to me is more about being discerning, especially when making decisions, choices, things of that nature. But because, like I said, you have the North Node energy here, it's a very powerful energy, okay? Very powerful energy. So I want to look at this Kuan Yin, and I'm actually going to share with you guys. This is from the Mystic Sisters Oracle deck, which is actually the first Oracle deck I've ever bought when I first started on my spiritual path. So let's see what Kuan Yin. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, compassion, empathy. And it says Kuan Yin is the Asian deity of mercy and compassion. Her name literally means observing the cries of the world. She sits at the center of a mandala and can see every point of view at once. The action this card asks of you is to find more transcendent perspective. Realize that when we make judgments or harsh criticisms towards ourselves or others, we are likely not taking the full story into account. We've all suffered, and when we are doing well, it isn't always easy to remember what it felt like during our rocky phases. We must try to recall the details, including all the sorrows and pain, and the courage involved in making a change. This allows us to increase our empathy and gain wisdom, right? So, I mean, first and foremost, it could be, compassion that you feel towards yourself, right? Or if you do have people around you that maybe you could be going through certain situations like that. It can also be holding empathy towards those people, right? But looking at this here, we've got nurturing, giving, love, and life. You've got the feminine energy here with that. So a lot of this to me, especially with the feminine energy here too, Kuan Yin is also, seen as an energy of divine feminine, right? So to me, there's a lot of feminine energy that is kind of coming through here. And maybe even for some of you with your North Node, really depending, what it is, what you feel called to. Maybe a lot of that revolves around you really working with the feminine energy in order to make that your soul's purpose, right? Which is basically what this is. Your soul's purpose, your mission, why you incarnated here on earth at this time, right? So maybe this is spirit encouraging you here to listen, tune in to the guidance from your higher self, maybe your spirit team, to lead you towards these opportunities, right? And of course, discernment. Why? Because you may have certain energies that come into your life, certain people that are coming in to distract you, right? To throw you off your path, to knock you out of alignment, right? So it's about you being discerning with those opportunities that you're surrounded with, to discern and tune into the intuition about which one is the right one for you, which one calls to your soul. And this is why Spirit is saying here, be true to your heart, right? Your soul, your intuition. There are many things I feel like with the North Node here, the things that Spirit is saying here that you are, destined to have within this lifetime. And it is all about, for you, specifically Pile 2, about aligning with whatever your North Node placement is, and what you feel your soul's purpose really is at this time. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 3. So for those of you that resonated with the amethyst, this is going to be your reading today, and we're looking into messages that you're meant to hear right now, whatever Spirit has for you. So we're going to look at your tarot first, and then we will check out your oracle cards. So messages that you're meant to hear right now. We have the Justice card. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Light. We have the Page of Swords. And then we also have the Eight of Swords. Okay. Okay, so I am seeing that there is a blockage that I feel like Spirit is wanting, which you may kind of already have an awareness of, and it is that Eight of Swords, okay? The Eight of Swords is when we are kind of trapped, keeping ourselves stuck in a place of negative thinking, right? Procrastination or any self-limiting beliefs that are blocking us, right? And we have the means of really pulling ourselves out of this energy by changing, being more mindful of the thoughts that we have that keep us restricted. In the way that you see this woman here, how she's wearing a blindfold and she's has this rope tied around her, and there's also these swords that are surrounding her. And the swords and the tarot are about our thoughts and about our communication, right? So in a way, when we look at this, the mind is telling us that our thoughts are keeping us stuck, restricted, right? But these swords are not completely, say, surrounding her, right? She has the ability to stand up, take the blindfold off, and remove herself from this, right? So this is basically Spirit saying here that maybe to bring your awareness to the thoughts that you might have that are limiting you, right? And I'm feeling, because the rest of the cards that are here with Justice, and I'm also noticing in the Page of Swords, at the top of the Justice card, you can see that there is this sword, and the sword is of clarity and of truth, right? And it's shining there right at the tip of it. In the Page of Swords, we also have this sharp sword, and then she's also has, which she's almost like she's pointing to the mind. The way that the edge of this sword is like sitting right there at her third eye, you know? So to me, the Page of Swords, even by itself, the page has the sharpest mind of the deck, right? And the way that I like to explain this is, think about a fifth grader, a sixth grader, or somebody who's in fifth or sixth grade, right? And they are like that sponge for knowledge, for wisdom, for learning, for studying, for being clever, for being inquisitive, for asking questions. It's like a detective mindset, right? A detective mindset. So this says a lot to me about the power that you truly hold within your mind, right? To gain clarity and to see truth and beyond the illusions that you keep yourself stuck in, right? So for some of you, this can really be Spirit saying here to cut through that, right? Maybe to be more mindful. When I'm looking at this light here, it's almost like in some way Spirit saying to you, let the light in, let the truth or light being shed on the illusions or even self-sabotaging thoughts that are keeping you stuck, keeping you from progressing, keeping you from moving forward. Justice is about balance, truth, being honest with ourselves, right? Making choices and decisions from a clear headspace, right? And to me, this is also about integration, because justice is essentially about karma, right? So there may have been many different lessons that you may have learned, right? And maybe sometimes some of those lessons that we've gone through, past choices that we've made, have led to a lot of this Eight of Swords energy for you, right? Where you kind of feel, okay, like in the past, I've made this decision and it ended up having negative consequences, negative karma in my life, right? And because of that experience that I've had, it has led me to these self-limiting beliefs, right? So because justice is about clarity and truth, balance, integration, it's like Spirit is wanting you to focus on maybe sharpening the mind. It's about clarity. It's about the truth that you feel and you know within yourself, right? And I feel, because you do have the Nine of Cups energy here, that the Nine of Cups is about wishes, dreams, that we have coming true, that are bringing in fulfillment for us, satisfaction, emotional fulfillment, right? So the Eight of Swords to me is what is creating the blockage for you with being able to experience a life based off of the karmic cycles or lessons that you may have learned to make different choices, different decisions, that are going to help you to integrate those lessons that you've learned. And a result of that, making choices that are from a place of your truth, a place of clarity, right? In that you are allowing yourself to experience contentment, happiness, fulfillment with what you are able to allow or bring into your life, right? So this being a very much self-restrictive energy. This is something we do to ourselves, right? Doubts that we have, self-limiting beliefs, keeping ourselves stuck or trapped in some type of illusion, right? Of I can't do this or I can't make this happen, right? So to me, this energy of the light is about you kind of opening up your mind to the wisdom of the universe, the divine, your true self, right? You're shedding light in a way on all of those illusions to be able to remove yourself out of them. Okay? So let's look at your oracle. We have Asana. We have card number 18 with empowerment, expansion, together, prosper, and the divine. We also have threshold here, perception, surrender, and dissolve illusion. Look at that. We have earth energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this says persistence, patience, and practicality. And then you have more earth energy here. Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So yes, this to me is like Spirit saying here, you are truly meant to live a life that is filled with fulfillment without allowing yourself to hold yourself back, right? Asana is also this energy here of removing any limiting beliefs. Okay, limiting beliefs by you removing that. So that is a big message for you, Pile 3, right? Big message there. How can we do that, right? Of course, like I said, it is about being mindful of where your thoughts are taking you, right? The Page of Swords is also about research, learning, studying, taking in information, right? So because you have Justice here, like I said, it does represent karma, right? So it could be, okay, looking into my decisions, my choices, my things that I've kind of made in the past, what have I learned, right? How can I integrate those lessons into my life to no longer keep myself stuck in this Eight of Swords energy, right? And for some of you, that can be maybe learning how to have better control over these thoughts, right? Mindfulness, being aware of your thoughts, kind of going off into the darkness, I'll call it, the shadow, right, of the self, negativity, fear, doubt, right, things of the ego, right, things of the ego here. So to me, we have this very grounded energy of Earth and Capricorn, right? And both of which, these energies here, are talking about you, right? Practical steps, methodical, being patient, being persistent, being ambitious, which means that you are keeping yourself committed, dedicated to your goals, even if it means that you're slowly moving towards something that you want. You're taking the steps that are necessary in order for you to become in alignment with whatever this Nine of Cups may be symbolic for you, right? Maybe it's a house. Maybe it is money. Maybe it is a relationship, right? Whatever it is that you're seeking along your path this time, or, finding happiness with your soul's purpose, or, whatever it could be, right? So this is really about grounding yourself, grounding your energy, which I'm also feeling meditation, right? Meditation, redirecting the thoughts away from the negativity, okay? Shedding light, like Spirit is saying here. Maybe it is shedding light on maybe the shadow self, right? Bringing awareness to that. How do I hold myself back? Why do I do this? Right? How can I change that? It is to me a lot of self-reflection, introspection that's happening here, right? We have the threshold here. So to me, the threshold is almost like Spirit saying that you're right at this place where you have this opportunity to choose a different way, I feel like, of perceiving things, right? Dissolving the illusion, right? That is keeping you stuck, or the illusion that you cannot take a risk or take a leap of faith, right? That is sometimes a huge challenge for people, is stepping outside of the comfort zone, right? What is comfortable? What is comfortable sometimes for us is just to be like, you know what? No, I'm going to talk myself out of this great idea that I have because I'm too scared to do it, right? So we keep ourselves limited. So this is all about Spirit saying, highlighting what your limitations are. Maybe you take out a sheet of paper and you write down, how do I hold myself back, right? What am I doing? What am I thinking, right? In these moments. So you really kind of understand the full spectrum, right, of where these thoughts might be coming from. Is it something that you've gone through during childhood? Is it something that you've, maybe noticed that you changed after a specific romantic relationship that you got in, and after being with that person, it kind of just threw you off. It threw your energy off balance, right? So it is about us kind of looking and reflecting into how we have become that person that has allowed these self-limiting beliefs from blocking us from living a life that we truly feel abundant in, that we truly feel happy and satisfied with it, and knowing that we are the co-creators of our life. It is our choices that bring us and lead us to our experiences. Okay, to our experiences. And then we have empowerment here. And this is card number 18. We have card 14 here, which is temperance to me, right? Card number 14 is the temperance card in the tarot. So to me, this is also about you finding balance within yourself, right? Healing, co-creating, manifestation. And then with the empowerment here, we have expansion, together, prosper, and the divine. And I'm noticing that in this here, we have this little lion, that has all of this beautiful long hair, just like this girl with it. Even the bird has his feathers, kind of all of their hair looks the same. But I'm noticing that there's all of these sunflowers here. When I first look at this here, it reminds me a lot, looking at it, of the sun card, right? Even though it is card number 18, which is the moon energy. But the moon can also be what, maybe this is Spirit saying here in a way, with the moon energy can bring in confusion, illusion, disillusionment, irrational fears, right? That are blocking you from feeling your most empowered self, right? With the sun energy, it is a lot of solar plexus energy, a lot of confidence in yourself, right? And I feel like because Spirit is saying here with prosper and the divine is that you are strengthening your bond, right? You're letting the light in. To me, that's a lot of sun energy there, a lot of solar plexus energy, right? Maybe it is about restoring confidence within yourself, right? Maybe building up your self-esteem, your confidence in knowing that you have the potential to really create and manifest, because we have both of these earth energies here, right? So in a way, it's like Spirit is saying here, you are someone who is meant to prosper, create and manifest and have security and stability within the physical 3D world. You're meant to prosper, right? Let's co-create with the divine together to help to lead us there. And maybe that does start with your solar plexus. Maybe it does start with you learning to be more confident in yourself. And maybe that would be something that would help you to remove these limitations from your mind, right? Really keep your energy grounded here, right? Make you feel more ambitious and creative and powerful and taking the lead, You know, it also reminds me kind of like of Queen of Wands, King of Wands type of energy here as well. Okay, so shift in perspective here with perception. What else am I seeing here? Surrender. Yeah, surrendering to me is like letting go, releasing those thoughts that are keeping you blocked here. Okay. So look at that. We have perspective. We have Orpheus and Eurydice. I'm not sure how to say that right. And then we also have infinite blessings with card number 17, which is the star. Okay. And the tarot, which to me is about wishes being fulfilled, switching into a perspective of optimism, trust, faith, belief, right? In your ability to create whatever it is in your life. And it is shifting the perspective, right? Away from the Eight of Swords into the energy of empowerment, right? Like I said earlier, Spirit's basically saying, let the light in, let the sun in, the vitality, happiness, joy, right? Because to me, that Eight of Swords is a dark place, right? That dark place that keeps us from truly living up to our potential, right? So having, Spirit is saying here, change that shift in perspective. And maybe that is taking a pause, taking a break. How can I look at things differently? Okay. So you have Orpheus and Eurydice, and I'm going to read this one actually to close out your reading. It is from the Mystic Sisters Oracle deck, which is actually the first Oracle deck I ever purchased when I was first starting on my spiritual path. So let's see. Wow. Okay, so this is about limitations. Look at that. And acceptance. Okay, so you've got the limitations here with Asana, your Eight of Swords, your card number 14 with a threshold. To me, what I forgot to say earlier, the threshold to me is about you guys being right there at this, I feel like this opportunity to create a new, different reality, right? Especially if you are someone who's always kept yourself kind of stuck like that, always worried, always nervous, always anxious, always fearful, right? Of change, of growth. So this is like the Capricorn and the Earth energy is very grounded, right? This is really keeping yourself focused, disciplined, organized, and not allowing that fear, because it really is with the infinite blessings here that Spirit is wanting you to open yourself up to the blessings that you're meant to receive, right? You are the only one with that Eight of Swords who's holding you back from receiving that, right? So let's look at this message here. It says, after the untimely death of his beloved wife, Eurydice, Orpheus traveled to the underworld to her, armed only with his, what is that, lyre, and his voice. That must be his instrument right there. His mournful song enchanted and softened the hearts of Hades and Persephone. Unusually moved by Orpheus's plea, Hades agreed to allow Eurydice to open with Orpheus under one, or return. Hades agreed to allow Eurydice to return with Orpheus under one condition. Orpheus should walk in front of Eurydice and not look back until they both had reached the upper world. Orpheus set off with Eurydice following, and in his anxiety, as soon as he reached the upper world, he turned to look at her, and Eurydice vanished for the second time, but now forever. This card is symbolic of final limitations being reached. Every possible effort has been made, but you've still come to the end of a line. The situation calls for a natural grieving process to unfold, which will lead you to eventual acceptance, right? So this can also be, I feel like, in a way, letting some things go, right? Like I said, with that, the Eight of Swords to me is that blockage here that Spirit is wanting you to be aware of. And some of you, like I said, you're already aware of it. You're already aware that you have certain limitations that are keeping you held back. So to me, This is about spirit kind of really bringing your awareness to that. And maybe this is that release of what has maybe always been comfortable for you, right? Maybe not knowing any different than living in doubt, in fear, in insecurity, in anxiety, in, that place where you're not allowing yourself to reach your fullest potential and, wanting to have blessings and into your life. And I feel like Spirit's saying here, you are absolutely entitled to that. Let's really work on this, letting this go so that you can truly open yourself up to the blessings that you are meant to have, right? And be patient with yourself, because clearing this is not going to be something that happens overnight. But what if you take this Capricorn Earth energy, right? And also with the Capricorn card, this is the devil in the tarot, right? It's restriction, it's limitation, oppression, right? So what if you take this energy here of the earth and you work towards grounding yourself and being patient with yourself through this change, through this process, through this growth of working towards changing the way in which you see things, right? Let's just say the next time you have a situation that comes up and your automatic reflex is like, no, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm finding every reason to talk myself out of this. What if you choose differently, right? Because this is where Spirit is saying here, integration, right? For some of you, you may have been keeping yourself stuck, right, in a cycle, a repetitive cycle of this energy. So what if you choose different, right? What if you say yes to this change? Yes to abundance. Yes to keeping yourself with commitment, dedication, organization, right? Nurturing of your ideas, your plans, so that you are able to experience that Nine of Cups, this infinite blessings, right? Maybe for some of you, there is healing, right? Healing the mind, or the shadow. Okay, bring an end to those cycles there. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 3. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.